answered.
"2 million years ago, deep in the African wilderness, there was a cave no hunter dared to enter. For generations, the tribe believed the mountain belonged to forgotten spirits. Hunters vanished inside, leaving behind only One hunter refused to believe the legends. He believed every mystery had an answer, and the journey was long, crossing lands where every shadow could hide a predator, and every sound carried a warning. Something changed the moment he entered the forest. The wind weakened, the birds disappeared, and the jungle itself seemed to be watching.
These were not the tracks of ordinary animals. Others had walked this path before him, but none had ever walked back.
The mountain had guarded its secret for thousands of years, and now the cave stood open before him. Fire had protected humans for countless generations, but no flame had. With every step, the outside world disappeared, replaced by silence that had survived for millions of years. The walls told a terrifying truth. He was not the first to enter this cave. He was simply the next. The deeper he walked, the older the cave became. Every handprint seemed to point toward the same hidden destination. No predator leaves bones like these. Something else had claimed this place. Then something moved. Not the wind, not the cave, something alive. Even the cave's oldest inhabitants seemed uneasy, as if they feared something deeper below. Animals flee only when danger is near, and every creature in the cave was escaping. The evidence was fresh. Whatever lived here had passed only moments before.
No human could carve marks this deep, and no known beast was this large.
Hidden beneath the mountain, an ancient river had flowed undisturbed for countless ages.
For a brief moment, the river revealed a silent visitor, then hid it again beneath the darkness. Beyond this doorway, the true heart of the mountain waited. Whatever had called this cave home was no longer hiding.
Beyond the ancient doorway, the mountain revealed a world untouched by sunlight, a place where blue crystal light had ruled. Every crystal reflected his image, until he could no longer tell which shadow belonged to him. The trail was impossibly large and frighteningly fresh. One careless step was enough to wake the mountain.
The Guardian had awakened, and it could sense every movement, every breath.
It hunted without rushing, because it had never needed to.
From above, he finally understood the truth. This was no ordinary predator. It ruled the entire mountain.
In a single heartbeat, Hunter and Guardian found each other. There would be no hiding now.
For one long moment, neither Hunter nor Guardian moved. Each waited for the other to make the first mistake.
The mountain exploded with violence, proving that survival would depend on speed, not strength.
The cave itself had become a battlefield, and every falling crystal threatened both hunter and beast. The narrow passages became his only advantage. Places too small for the mountain's ancient guardian.
Cornered above the underground river, he searched not for a weapon, but for an opportunity.
For one long moment, neither hunter nor guardian moved. Each waited for the other to make the first mistake. The mountain answered with overwhelming force, burying everything beneath stone and crystal. For the first time, the Guardian appeared vulnerable. But ancient creatures rarely fall so easily. The silence lasted only a moment. Then one glowing eye opened, and hope vanished.
The collapse had only enraged the ancient guardian, and now there was nowhere left to run, except
The hunter was no longer searching for answers, only for a path back to the living world. At the heart of the mountain stood something even older than the serpent itself. The walls revealed the truth. The guardian had never hunted without reason. It had protected this place for generations. It was never guarding treasure. It was guarding the mountain itself. Nature had made its decision. The mountain was beginning to destroy itself.
One final decision, whether either of them escaped the mountain.
The ancient heart of the mountain had fallen, and nothing inside could remain unchanged. He could not save the mountain, but perhaps he could still save himself. The mountain sealed its secrets once again, burying everything beneath stone. Perhaps the guardian was gone, or perhaps it simply chose to wait beneath the earth. Some mysteries are never solved. They are only meant to be remembered.
He believed the cave had vanished forever, but the mountain offered one final sign that its story was not yet over.
Something beneath the mountain was still alive, or perhaps something had only just awakened. Behind the fallen stones, another passage remained hidden, waiting in complete darkness.
This tunnel had been hidden long before the crystal cave existed, perhaps even before the mountain itself changed.
The mountain had preserved creatures from ages long before humans walked the earth. These symbols belonged to no known tribe, and no hunter could have carved them. For the first time, even fire abandoned him. The smallest creatures inside the mountain seemed to know a path no human had ever followed. Even here, the mountain refused to reveal all of its secrets. The serpent had guarded only one chamber, but the mountain was far larger than anyone had ever imagined. Beyond the silent lake, another doorway waited, older than every chamber he had already crossed. The symbols spoke of a forgotten age, one that even the oldest hunters had never remembered.
For the first time, the mountain answered. Hidden beneath the mountain, life had quietly survived where no human had ever walked.
Whether nature or forgotten hands had shaped these figures, no one could ever. Perhaps this hidden sanctuary had always been the true heart of the mountain. Even in the safest places, the mountain never allowed certainty. The guardian had once walked here, long before the crystal chamber became its home.
Some places are not meant to be conquered, only respected. The hunter left with his life, but the mountain kept the answers buried beneath its ancient stone.
When he finally stepped back into the light, the world looked exactly the same, only he had changed. Nature had already begun to erase every trace of his journey. Some stories cannot be explained with words, only remembered by those who survived them. Within days, the mountain reclaimed every secret it had revealed.